Mater Dei's Bruce Rollinson has been leading his Monarchs into battle for nearly 3 decades, and along the way he's built one of the most recognizable names in high school football in the nation, with 2 national championships along with a long list of top-notch quarterbacks like Heisman Trophy winner Matt Leinart and current Arizona Cardinals quarterback Matt Barkley. This season, Rollinson began with a team that was unquestionably his youngest, with sophomores starting all over the field against nationally ranked Bishop Amat.
I started 5 sophomores on offense.
As Mater Dei heads into Friday night showdown against powerful St. John Bosco, they're still young, but a little bit more game-tested.
You know, in the old days, in the 90s, if we had 6 sophomores make the varsity club, that would be a large number, and they would maybe be on special teams. I got 6 sophomores starting on offense plus a freshman quarterback. So it's a whole different mental approach by all of us coaches. You've got a fine line of how much pressure do you put on them, how much do you get in their dish when they make mistakes, because they're going to make mistakes, and they have no bearing. I was talking to them about how last week was our first Trinity League game, and I talked about how the pressure was going to be bigger crowds, and the intensity and the physicalness. That was going in one ear and out the other because they had nothing to compare it to. Now they've got one under their belt. So you've got to watch out how you skin the cat. You want to keep their confidence up. They're good players, don't get me wrong, but you want to make sure that you're teaching them, keeping their confidence, yet creating some urgency with them. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm pleased with it, you know, and obviously the future looks good.
At the head of the youth movement is freshman quarterback J.T. Daniels, who took over the offense after Game 1 starter Matt McDonald broke his arm early in the second game of the season. Since then, Daniels has smashed every freshman record held by Barkley, who was the last freshman to start for Rollinson's Monarchs. He's thrown 18 touchdowns with just 1 interception, but Rollinson says Daniels' real talent is in wanting to learn.
You can teach kids anything, okay? I think people sell kids short a lot of times because they'll say, well, they can't do that. Why not? If you teach it, they can do it. And we teach a lot to our quarterback. We put a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. Barkley had that it factor, and I'm not talking about throws. I'm talking about the it factor of I should have bought him a coaching shirt because he was the last one out of the facilities with the coaches. Leinart had it, okay? Going all the way back, John Flynn in 94 had it. Billy Blanton in 91. They wanted to be perfect. They thrived on interacting with the coaches. What if they do this? What if they do that? That's when you know if he's got the arm along with that kind of study, you're going to have something special.
I don't try and put the pressure on myself. You know, I mean, I put pressure on myself to perform for my team right now because, you know, they do it all for me and I'll do it all for them. I really like to put the time in on the film. Coach Money's really helped me learn to dissect film, and he always gives me a great game plan, so I like to learn that and make sure I'm real comfortable with it every week.
Let's talk about JT. You get a chance to see a little bit of history being made here.
Yeah.
How good is he?
He's amazing, honestly. For his age and his grade and everything, I think he's really mature. He reads the ball. He's always watching film on his own and stuff. We're always teasing him about it, but I think he's just like a great intellectual quarterback. He knows he's not the most athletic, but he knows he's like a Tom Brady. Like he knows how to pick and choose where he wants to throw and everything, and it's great.
JT's a great quarterback. I mean, I played with him at FBU 2 years back in 7th grade. We went to the final game, I think, and we lost, but JT's one of the best quarterbacks around. I mean, only being a freshman, he has so much to grow. Can't wait to see what happens.
Rollinson says he's extremely pleased with the senior leadership on the team that has shown the younger players the way so far in a 6-0 start. USC verbal commit lineman Frank Martin says he's pleased with the development of his young unit that has helped running back Brandon LaMarche roll up nearly 150 yards per game.
I think the biggest growth is, we're communicating a lot better, and once they got that first game under their belt, it's the game's starting to slow down for them. The speed, with their first game it was really fast, and now they're starting to get used to everything, the flow of everything, so it's slowing down for them, and everyone's doing a lot better.
Defensively, Mater Dei has played well all season, with Stanford-bound Curtis Robinson being one of the leaders.
We do pride ourselves on having a great defense, and in the past years especially, our defense has been the key part to our victories, I think. I mean, I'm not taking away from the offense, but our defenses have been insane. So, I mean, we take a lot of pride in playing defense, and we know the expectation of playing defense. And Coach Rollinson reiterates that a lot during practice and throughout the offseason. So, I mean, playing defense is awesome. I mean, I'm glad to be a leader of that and kind of help the young kids just understand what it's like.
I'm Jeff Fisher, High School Football America.